Hello, my name is Benjamin Hart. I'm an American attorney and the managing director of Integrity Legal here in Bangkok, Thailand. As the title of this video suggests, we're discussing property title. And for those who are unaware, there are different types of property title in Thailand. It's somewhat different than the, for example, American common law system, wherein fee simple absolute tends to be the base title, although it, depending on if it's government land or things like this, or set aside land, for example, especially in the context of allotment land with regard to Native Americans in the United States, there may be some similarities to some of Thai law, but for the most part, your average person that's used to dealing with property law, for example, in the USA, you're probably going to find yourself a bit out of your depth when you're discussing matters pertaining to Thailand, because it's a very different system with regard to property title. I thought of making this video after reading a recent article from the Bangkok Post. That's bangkokpost.com. Article is titled, "Land Reform Long Overdue," quoting directly, "Agriculture Minister Captain Tamanat Prompao scored some political points recently. He got the front page treatment from local media after he publicly announced his, quote, New Year's gifts, unquote, to millions of farmers. That translates as the new Sorpor Core land policy, which will permit Sorpor Core 4-01 holders to turn their land reform papers into title deeds." We'll get to the analysis in a moment. After that, the land, public plots originally given to poor and landless farmers, can be sold, which is not usually possible for land with Sorpor Core status. Such a national land reform policy was unthinkable in the past. Created half a century ago, Sorpor Core 4-01 plots are public land plots given to poor landless farmers to do small-scale farming. Holders must comply with many rules. For example, they can only build small houses, dig small ponds, and cannot alter the land for other purposes except farming. Holders can only use land as a guarantee to get a small loan from government banks. So yeah, this is something that in its time, it was a reform that gave landless folks the ability to make a living farming. But as noted, it had restrictions, and apparently the new agriculture minister is taking steps to allow folks to gain full title, so-called Shinote title, which again, in the US context is most analogous to fee simple absolute. Freehold is sometimes called, I hear the Australians say freehold title. That's what we're talking about when we're talking about Shinote title. So again, there's varying types of title in Thailand. Foreigners looking to come to Thailand and engage in any type of real estate activity, for example, owning a home or something. First of all, recognize foreigners are specifically restricted from owning any real estate in Thailand other than condos, and those condos must comport with the provisions of the Thai Condominium Act. Meanwhile, property title associated with land is specifically restricted from foreigners. They can't own it. So again, title in this sense may not be overly relevant to many foreigners, but again, it's not uncommon here in Thailand for those foreign nationals with a Thai spouse to go ahead and, especially the Thai spouse goes ahead and owns certain land here in Thailand. So for this reason, understanding at least at a basic level the types of title that exist here in Thailand is probably a good thing. I've made previous videos specifically discussing the different types of Thai property title. For example, red Shinote, just as one example, there's different colors of Shinote denoting the color of the Garuda at the top of the title deed. I've made prior videos on that. I will go ahead and put links to those videos in the description below for those who would like more information on Thai property title specifically.